All right, ladies and gentlemen, so I'm going to explain the 5 clue challenge to you, the options you have to make your project. I will have some how-to videos here, just not yet. I accidentally deleted all of them when I was trying to clean something up at the end of the year. And so I'll get those later. I promise they will be there very soon when you're working on your 5 clue challenge projects. But I want you to see what the 5 clue challenge is all about. And I also want you to see what the options are and choices. So one of your options is to do a video, and that's going to be my example. So this is the example I used Canva to create this. Now, for my example, I did a state rather than doing a country because you're not allowed to do states. This way, I'm not stealing anybody's thunder. The 5 clue challenge was something that a teacher, and I believe he's like close by because a lot of his 5 clue challenge things are things that are near us. And a teacher came up with this concept of a 5 clue challenge. So basically, you give people 5 clues and you start off very broad and harder, and then you work your way to something that is more specific. And so people can try to guess easier. Now, typically, what he does during the videos is he tells people to pause the videos so they can try to research and find the answer. Unfortunately, with your presentations, we're not going to have time for that. What we're going to do instead, we're going to go through all of our 5 clues, and then we are going to, at the end, ask people to try to guess. So we're going to save all of our suggestions for the very end. Sorry, all of our answers for the very end, not suggestions. But again, this is my 5 clue challenge that I made using Canva, and Canva can make some pretty cool videos. One. This state is known for its many beautiful beaches that are all along the state. All right, clue 2. During World War II, these lookout towers were installed so that troops could watch for enemies because they were concerned of an enemy invasion. Clue 3. This state is known for its popcorn, specifically caramel corn. Clue number 4, former President Biden is from this state, and there are some things in the state named for former President Biden. Clue 5, this state is also known for its horseshoe crab population, and those are horseshoe crabs, by the way. All right, are you ready? The big reveal. The state that I researched was dun dun dun. Delaware, and many of you might have guessed it. Many of you may have vacationed there at some of the beaches that it is famous for. All right, so that's my example. You can do this awesome Canva video, and it looks super complicated, but it is not. There's also the option too to do Google Vids for a video. Google Vids can be found in your Google Drive. You just have to go here to Google Vids, and then you can use this to make a video. The cool part about this, and by the way, though, if you are doing, never mind about the cool part, but it does have stock photos. There's text, there's shapes, there's all kinds of stuff. I'll put a how-to video in for you. Might not even be me doing the how-to video. It might be one that I found that somebody else is doing. But with the videos, you are still presenting. So you're just using the video to help you to have the graphics and such. And notice too with my clues on my video, I'm going to go back to my example. I didn't have any text on here. You shouldn't have any text on your slides or in your video. You should just be having the picture and the clue number so that way you're the one speaking. I don't want you reading from the screen, and you are going to have to memorize the clues a little bit. It shouldn't be that hard to memorize your clues. Okay. All right, so Canva is awesome and Google Vids is awesome. You can use either one to make a video if you want, but again, you're also not recording your voice on the video unless for some reason you know you have a family trip, and then we can do your project that way. All right, the other choices that you can do. So I just showed you the video choice, and there's other choices. So you can do just a Google slideshow. Here's my example of mine that I turned into a Google slideshow. Now, Google Slides are super easy. You've probably done a Google slideshow before. I'm sure you have. But this is mine. It looks just like the Canva video, except there's fewer like fun little like signposts and such. It's pretty simple and plain though. But this is clue 1 about the beaches, clue 2 about the towers, and I do believe these are my own pictures from one of the times I was at the beach. Clue 3 about the caramel corn. Here's clue 4 with former President Biden. Here's our horseshoe crabs in clue 6, and then the big reveal. And then I put stuff about the state on there, and you can do that with your country. Like if you want to show them the flag, that is the flag of Delaware. I have a sign that says Delaware, that type of thing. So you can do that there. Slideshows are super simple, super easy to do. And I believe you've done them before. I'll have a how-to video of how to make a super quick and simple slideshow for you. Okay, so that's the slideshow. Another option is a Google form. Okay, and you can make Google Forms. They're easy to make. I'll have a video about how to do it. But here's the example with the Google form. And so I do have the text on here. Yes, I do have the text on here because a Google form, you do need text, okay? But you're still going to say, you're going to go through all this and you're still going to say your clues, okay? A Google form is just, I guess it's just, a preference thing. If you have Mrs. Reed or Miss Malego, this might be a good one for you. And it's really easy to put a picture into the Google form as well. All right, so that's the Google form option. And we had 1 or 2 students do that last year. All right, the video that I already went over. And that's it. Those are our choices, the 3 things we can do. If there is something else that you would like to do and use for your presentation and that you think would work, that's wonderful. Please ask and we will see if we can make that happen. But that is what is expected of the 5-clue challenge. So I would say if you are finished with your research, then your next step is to pull out the 5 juicy facts that you want to use for your challenge. So I would star them on my paper. Then you're going to make your rough draft for your speech. And then you're going to figure out what you want to do for your final product. Do you want to do a slideshow? Do you want to use Canva and make a video? Or in Canva too, you can also make slideshows as well. It's super fun, super easy to use. Google Forms or Google Vids. So there's a number of options that you can do. And again, if there's something that you'd like to do, please ask us. Remember, everything has to be copyright friendly and it also needs to match the clues. All right. If you have questions, please ask.